Hi again, you guys, and welcome to another Q&A. I got another really good question from a coxswain who wrote in and said that when training the women's eight, they get, they're okay, but when they start racing, they get really nervous. And so I think this is something that we can all relate to, and all of us kind of get the butterflies, before we, go race or before we launch or during the warm up or when we're backing into the stake boats. But one thing that I think can really, really help when there's a lot going on and you kind of feel the pressure to perform. You of course want to do well in your race. First and foremost, take a deep breath. Remember that there is nothing that you are going to do in a race, hopefully, that you haven't done in training. So it's really just another piece. Also, simplify. What I do before I go out and race, even if there is a race plan that the coach has given me, I take each 500 for myself and say, like, these are a couple calls that I really want to make because I can probably anticipate that this might happen in the race, or that this might come up, or another boat might make a move at this point. So what am I going to focus on as a cox? So I'm sort of taking in a lot of information and then filtering it out just in a really, really, really simple way to the crew. Another thing is to remember that you are there in the boat because you deserve to be there. So, you're the cox. Like it's totally okay. Like everybody else next to you is feeling the exact same thing. So you're not alone. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what happens to anybody else. It doesn't matter what happens in the lane next to you. Just take a deep breath and say it's another piece. You know what, guys? Just relax, shake out the shoulders, loose legs off the start, and we're just going to execute a good piece. So don't think of it as like a huge race, like the pressure's on, but just think about breaking it down 500 at a time, or however you're told to break it down, and think of it as just executing a piece as you would in practice. So that's another thing that can kind of help, just like relax you a little bit. Like it's okay. It's just, calm down. Another thing that you can do while you are training actually is get used to having boats next to you. So this would be before you race. Treat things like a race in practice. So if you're spinning the boat, spin quickly. If you're executing the warm-up, do the warm-up that you're going to do in the race. Practice it every day, or as much as you can. Obviously, I don't know your training plan. If you can get a boat paddling next to you as much as possible, that will really help. So you're just used to things going on around you. You're doing bursts next to other coxswains and other races, and you're hearing things, and you're hearing other boats at the catch and the finish, and maybe a coach's launch going by. Maybe you get some wake in there. So you're just kind of used to, going through the motions. So when you get to race day, doing it at speed and at pace isn't really going to be a big deal because you race next to people, you're next to other boats all the time. So, again, just those three things. Try paddling next to other boats if you can, simulating just being in a race environment, whether or not you are at pace, sounds, things going on, distractions, stuff like that. Second thing, again, relax. Remember, you deserve to be there. You're in the boat for a reason. You know the plan, and you know what to do. Your crew knows and trusts you. The third thing is everyone else is feeling the exact same way. So just don't worry about it. So try those three things. Get back to me. Let me know if you have any other questions, or if you want to, ask something else or elaborate. But other than that, good luck, and please let me know how it goes when you start trying those things.